Hey, I'm Joni Ортио. We asked you guys to send us in some questions, and I guess we picked a few now, and I'll answer them as best as I can. Starting off here. What inspires you in life? Well, we didn't start off with an easy one. I think what inspires me is trying to become better every day, not just as a player, but as a person as well. So that's something that gets me up in the morning and then go about my day. Why don't you yell and break the stick when the defender's let down at the end of the game? What's the secret to stay calm? Well, I don't feel like it would be a little counterproductive for me to yell, and at the end of the day, it's 5 of us out there, or 6 of us, I guess. So we win and lose as a team. So sometimes I do want to yell, but you know, that's not too often. What are your thoughts when the opponent goes on a breakaway? Well, hopefully that he doesn't score. Hope for the best. Hope that the puck hits me. No, it's a different when it's a breakaway in a game situation because it happens quickly. Shootouts are a little different because it's obvious, like it's the shooter against the goalie. I think that's even a little easier than a breakaway in game. But yeah, I guess just hope for the best. Can you explain to me, someone who has never played hockey, what it's like to walk around with 2 giant boxes on your feet the whole game? Well, it's not easy. Sometimes you feel a little clumsy, but I guess I've had enough practice on it. The other guys always tell me how easy it is to be a goalie. You just have to stand there, and I always welcome them. Or you're welcome to try my gear, and then we'll talk after that. But no, I've had a lot of practice, so I guess I'm okay with it now. Hey Joni, what were you thinking when Yesov wanted to dance with you in the Vitas Nefta Himik match? That's actually a funny story. It happened. He started that already in the second period. He wanted to fight me. Well, obviously I didn't. And then at the end of the game, I think there was like maybe 4 seconds left. And I see him skating down the ice. I'm like I was ready to go, but there's 4 referees between the 2 of us. So like he never got all the way down to me, and then he tried to poke me with a stick or whatever. But yeah, I would have wanted to see who's who. But maybe I'll get another chance at some point. 3 random facts about me. Well, I love dogs. I'm pretty good at math, and I also love rock music. How would you compare the weather in Finland and in Nur-Sultan? It's way colder here. Like, I mean, a lot. Obviously, I'm from the southern parts of Finland, so it doesn't usually get that cold during the winter. Sometimes we get colder winters, but that's like every 5 years where we get a lot of snow and it's colder. But yeah, it is chilly in here. What were you like as a kid? I was super competitive, and well, it didn't matter what we did with my friends, whether I was just playing soccer outside or whatever. Like, we're always super competitive, and well, I am to this day, and I think that's where it comes from. But yeah, we competed on everything possible. So we had a lot of fun. Warmest or funniest memory associated with one of your teammates at Barыс? Oh, there's a lot of them. I don't think that, well, there's not really anything that jumps out at me right away. Think of something. It has to be something Lilia related. But yeah, maybe not with my teammates. It's tough to say. Like probably the kind of warmest or the nicest memory I have from my time here was probably the first playoff game last year, because it was such a hard year for us to play in front of an empty arena. And then when we finally got fans for that first game, and even though it was only like 30% or whatever it was, like it was so loud in the building. So that's probably one of my fondest memories of my time here for the past 3 years. How does a goalie feel when he lets in a goal? Well, not great, obviously. A goalie has to have a short memory. You have to forget about it right away, because then if you kind of keep thinking about it, the next shot's going to come pretty quick and it might go in as well. So that's the thing. Always, goalie needs to have the shortest memory ever. Well, I think I kind of answered this already, but what has been your most memorable match for Barys? So yeah, probably the first, obviously my first ever game that I played when it was on the road, but yeah, like if I had to choose one game, it would be that first playoff home game last year. Who are the 3 best goalies in history? Martin Brodeur, Patrick Raw, and well, these are like during the time I've been watching hockey. I'm sure we can go way further in history, but I think the third one would be Dominik Hasek. Do I have any pregame rituals? Not much. I'm not really a superstitious kind of guy. I mean, I always do, like, warm up. I usually pretty much do the same thing every time. I guess I put on my gear the same way everywhere. That's just the routine that I've kind of developed over the years. I do it like without thinking about it. But no, like I don't necessarily have to take a nap before the game or whatever. I just do whatever I kind of feel. So there's really nothing that's set in stone, and there's nothing that I absolutely have to do or otherwise I won't be able to play. So no, nothing crazy. How did the Muzarov hugging tradition start? I don't know. I guess we just one time we did it. Then I guess that maybe there was a picture of that right after the game or whatever, and then I'm like, okay, like hockey hugs. Like we just kept doing it after a win. I miss him this year. I've no one to hug now after the games. But yeah, like we didn't talk about anything. It just kind of happened, and then we kept doing it. Hi Max, I miss you, buddy. Continue the sentence. Never have I ever gotten a speeding ticket. I don't know if a lot of people have, but I haven't. If they made a movie about your life, which actor should play me? That's a good one. Maybe Ryan Reynolds. I'd be flattered if he did that, so. What do you like and dislike about Kazakhstan? Well, I really like the people. I think people here are super friendly. They're willing to help you. There's not many things I dislike. Maybe the cold. Like, yeah, I love the winter, and it's not even just the cold, it's the wind. Then that's, when it's minus 25 and the wind, that's not nice. But yeah, not a lot of things I dislike about Kazakhstan. Please tell me, what is the hardest thing about being a goalie? I think it might be the fact that always as a goalie, if you make a mistake, it always shows up on the scoreboard. So like there's really not much room for error, which, I mean, I guess I kind of like that pressure, because otherwise I wouldn't be a goalie. But yeah, it's a pretty ruthless position. So you don't have that margin for error at all. Which of your character traits do you dislike? Probably, I'm really bad at starting something, like projects, or you could ask my wife, she would go on and on about this. But I'm really bad at starting things. Once I start things, I'll always finish them. I'll never stop or quit anything halfway, but I'm really bad at starting, and I always push things for a later date. So that's something I would love to change. Am I scared of anything? Spiders. Spiders freak me out. I'm not a huge fan of snakes either, but spiders are by far the worst. Sharks aren't too good either. Is there a match or a performance you're ashamed of? Oh, loads of them. Loads of them. Even this year, I'm sure. But I try to forget those. Like I said, goalies need to have a short memory, so I don't remember any of those. But I'm sure they're there. And here we got the last one. With who do you have the best friendship on the team? Well, that's tough. Right now, I probably hang out with Lyndon the most because we live in the same building. I was really close with Matthew as well. And well, too bad that he had to leave midway through the year, but we still keep in touch. So we got good relationship with everyone on the team, but yeah, I guess Lyndon would be the guy who I maybe spent the most time with. Great questions, guys. Hopefully I got to answer yours. And I can't wait to see you guys when we come back for Game 3 in the playoffs.